All right, so today we're diving deep into this company, Palantir,
Okay.
and they're really making waves in the AI space.
Yeah, they're definitely making a splash.
And we're kind of using this article from the Motley Fool as
Right.
our jumping off point.
Makes sense.
It's called Palantir's Margin is Going Parabolic, and it's all due to this winning business strategy.
Wow, going parabolic, huh? That sounds pretty impressive.
It does, right? And it got us thinking, like,
Yeah.
is Palantir doing something really revolutionary here?
Right.
Is this, can a company actually make a ton of profit by
Yeah.
just like
You're right.
focusing on building an amazing product, like almost like Apple or Tesla?
Yeah,
So that's what we're going to be kind of digging into today.
I'm excited to break this down. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So first off, let's just look at Palantir's stock performance.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking a 240% surge in 2024 alone.
Oh, wow.
That's not just growth, that's like a rocket launch.
Yeah,
So,
that is a serious trajectory.
yeah.
But what's really interesting to me is that it's not just revenue growth.
No.
They're also seeing their operating margins expand.
Okay, can you just break that down for our listener for a sec?
Sure.
Like, what exactly does expanding operating margins mean?
So essentially, it means that Palantir is becoming more profitable.
Okay.
And operating margin is basically the profit that a company makes
Yeah.
on each dollar of sales after they pay for things like
Okay.
salaries and rent and all that.
Gotcha.
So as Palantir's revenue grows,
Mm-hmm.
they're also keeping a larger chunk of each dollar as profit.
Oh, so they're not just selling more.
Right.
They're also making more from each sale.
Exactly.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and a lot of software companies
Yeah.
will actually chase growth by pouring money into
Yeah.
marketing and sales, and they often end up sacrificing profitability.
Okay.
But it seems like Palantir is kind of doing the opposite.
So they're like bucking the trend a little bit.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so let's get into the specifics here. Their revenue growth has been really steady.
Mm-hmm.
So 20% in Q4 of 2023.
Yeah.
Then 21% in Q1 of 2024.
Right.
And then it jumped to 27% in Q2. And then hit a whopping 30% in Q3.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And then their adjusted operating margin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's their profit after taking out certain costs.
Right.
That's also been climbing steadily.
Okay.
So 34% in Q4 2023,
Right.
36% in Q1 2024,
Okay.
37% in Q2,
Gotcha.
and then an impressive 38% in Q3.
So it seems like they're just kind of like defying gravity here.
I know, right? They're rewriting the rules of the software game.
Yeah, totally.
But the question is, how are they doing this?
Right. What's the secret sauce?
What's their secret sauce? So Palantir's CEO, Alex Karp,
Okay.
he has this really interesting philosophy.
Hmm.
He's said that he would rather have
Yeah.
like a smaller group of clients who absolutely love their product
Okay.
than like a massive client base that just tolerates it,
Oh, wow.
which is kind of like a bold statement, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because a lot of CEOs are like obsessed with
Right.
growing their user base at all costs.
You would think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a very different approach.
Yeah.
It speaks to a lot of confidence
Yeah.
in the quality of their product.
Almost like the Apple strategy, right?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
build something incredible.
Exactly.
Customers will come.
They will come.
You don't need to spend a fortune on marketing.
It's about the product
Yeah.
differentiation over aggressive marketing.
And speaking of staying, right? Palantir also has this interesting tactic
Okay.
of embedding their engineers
Mm-hmm.
directly with clients to solve really specific problems.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a very hands-on approach.
Yeah. Shows a real commitment
Yeah.
to customer success.
And this approach seems to be paying off like big time.
Oh, yeah.
Their net retention rate, which basically measures how much more
Yep.
existing customers are spending year over year,
Yeah.
was 118% last quarter.
Wow. So can you break that number down?
Yeah.
What does that actually mean for our listener?
So basically it means their existing customers are not just sticking around.
Mm.
They're actually spending more money each year,
Oh, wow.
which is like a clear sign of customer satisfaction and loyalty, right?
That's really impressive.
They're deepening those relationships,
Yeah.
and they're becoming even more reliant on Palantir solutions.
Yeah, that's a powerful statement for sure.
It's almost like clients are so impressed with Palantir's work
All right.
that they're practically begging to spend more,
Yeah, they must be seeing real value.
And Alex Karp
Yeah.
actually shared an anecdote about clients taking Palantir with them when they switch companies.
Oh, wow. That's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
That's a testament
Their product becomes so indispensable.
to strong customer relationships.
So this all circles back to our initial question.
Yeah.
Can a truly great product actually fuel rapid growth and high profitability.
Right.
I mean, Palantir's story seems to suggest that maybe it can...
Yeah, it's definitely a compelling case study.
It does make you wonder.
But it begs the question,
Yeah.
if this is such an effective strategy,
Right.
why aren't more companies adopting it?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
If building a fantastic product is the key to success, why isn't everyone doing it?
Well, that's what we're here to figure out, right? It's a real head-scratcher, isn't it?
Yeah, like you would think focusing on,
Yeah.
creating something truly exceptional would be like a no-brainer for any company, right?
Right.
Maybe it's just harder than it looks.
Yeah.
Are there like hidden
Yeah.
complexities or challenges that
Yeah.
we're not considering?
I mean, it's definitely possible. This approach probably requires,
Yeah.
a certain level of risk tolerance and a long-term vision that not every company has.
It's like planting a tree,
Yeah,
You don't get shade overnight, right?
exactly.
You have to invest that time and resources up front, knowing that the real rewards might not come for years.
Yeah, and there's always the risk that your tree, your product just won't grow the way you expected.
Totally.
The market could shift, or a competitor comes out with something better.
So maybe it's about more than just building a great product. Maybe it's about having the foresight to build the right product for the right market at the right time.
That is a crucial piece of the puzzle, yeah.
It's true. You could have the most innovative product in the world,
You could.
but if there's no demand for it,
Yeah,
you're not going to see any results.
exactly.
So maybe there are some trade-offs involved as well.
Okay.
Like maybe if you focus so intently on the product,
Yeah.
that means sacrificing growth in other areas.
That's possible, yeah.
What do you think?
Well, Palantir seems to be going after like
Okay.
a very specific niche market
Yeah.
with highly specialized needs, and that approach lets them,
Yeah.
build deep expertise,
Mm.
build strong relationships with those clients,
Mhm.
but it also could limit
Yeah.
their overall market reach.
So they're playing a different game almost.
Yeah. It's not about
It's not about mass appeal.
mass appeal.
It's about pinpoint precision,
Exactly.
laser
Yeah.
focused on those solutions for that group.
And they're willing to forego,
Yeah.
potential growth in other markets
To stay focused,
to maintain that focus.
which seems to be working really well for them,
Yeah, at least for now.
at least for now.
Right.
Makes you wonder about the long-term sustainability, though.
Yeah, right. Can they keep this up?
And they keep this up, right? Can they maintain this level of growth
Right, as they scale.
and profitability as they scale?
Yeah.
Or will they eventually have to,
Mhm.
adjust their strategy to reach a wider audience?
Right.
It's like they're walking a tightrope almost.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Right. On one hand, they have this incredibly successful niche-focused model.
Mhm.
But on the other hand, there's this potential for, even greater success
Right.
if they can figure out a way to expand their reach,
Yeah. But without sacrificing.
but without sacrificing their core values
Yeah.
and product excellence.
Their core values, right?
It's a tough balance.
It's a delicate balance for sure.
And it's going to be fascinating to see how they navigate these challenges,
Yeah.
moving forward.
Absolutely.
This reminds me of that classic business dilemma. Do you go wide or do you go deep?
Right.
Palantir seems to be a compelling example of what can happen when you commit
Yeah.
wholeheartedly to the go deep approach.
Yeah, they carved out a really unique space for themselves
Absolutely.
by becoming like the go-to solution for
Yeah.
a very specific set of problems.
And their success really speaks to that, right?
It does, yeah.
It's the power of deep expertise
Right.
and this relentless focus on delivering that value
That specific group.
to that specific group of clients.
Yeah.
But it's not a one-size-fits-all strategy.
Right, exactly.
What works for Palantir might not work for every company.
Yeah, it's important for every business
Right.
to think about their own
Yeah.
strengths and weaknesses,
Their own context.
their own market.
So for our listener out there, who might be inspired by
Yeah,
Palantir's success,
right,
the takeaway here isn't necessarily to copy their strategy word for word.
right, exactly.
It's to understand the underlying principles and then adapt those to your own specific context.
Exactly, that's the key.
Right. The key takeaway is
Building a great product.
building a truly great product
Yeah,
that solves real problems
yeah,
for a well-defined target market
right.
can be a powerful engine for growth and profitability.
It's a powerful lesson
It really is.
for any business.
And that's a lesson worth remembering,
Absolutely.
regardless of your industry or your business model.
Absolutely. But it's important to remember
Yeah.
There's no magic bullet. Every strategy has its pros and cons.
Yeah.
And what works for one company might not work for another.
So as you consider your own business strategy, think critically.
Yeah.
Weigh those potential benefits and risks.
Right.
And then ultimately choose the path that aligns with your vision and your goals.
And remember, you have to constantly evaluate and adapt as the market evolves and new challenges arise.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into Palantir here, it seems like the big takeaway is this idea that building a truly exceptional product can be a powerful driver for both rapid growth and high profitability.
Absolutely. And Palantir's success story is like a perfect example.
It's like they cracked the code, right? Yeah. Delivering incredible value to their clients while still achieving these amazing financial results.
And it all comes back to, you know, their commitment to the product.
Right, the customer centricity.
And to their customers.
Which, as we've discussed, it's not always the easiest path.
Yeah. No, it's not a walk in the park.
It takes patience. It takes a long-term vision.
Definitely.
And a willingness to invest in something truly remarkable.
And sometimes that's hard to find.
Right. But as Palantir is showing us, the rewards can be huge.
They can be,
Makes you wonder, though, like, if this strategy is so effective, why don't we see more companies doing this?
Yeah, that's the question, isn't it?
Like, is it just a matter of risk tolerance?
It could be.
Are some companies just afraid to bet big on one product?
I mean, there's always that temptation to diversify.
Right.
To spread the risk.
Hedge your bets.
But Palantir shows that focus can really pay off.
Yeah.
Big time.
Or maybe it's about company culture.
Well, that's a good point.
Like maybe some companies just aren't structured to be this product-centric.
Yeah, it's not just about having a great product team.
Right.
It's got to be a company-wide thing.
Yeah, it's a mindset.
That focus on the product.
And we can't forget about timing either, right?
Timing is huge.
I mean, Palantir came in at the perfect time.
They did,
when the need for their data analytics was just exploding.
It's all about being in the right place at the right time.
So the question isn't, why don't more companies do this?
Right.
But what makes it work?
That's the real question.
What are those special ingredients for success?
Something to think about.
Yeah. And that wraps up our deep dive into Palantir.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's given our listener a lot to think about.
I think so.
You know, as they consider their own business strategies.
There's a lot to learn from Palantir.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning.
And keep diving deep.
And we'll see you on the next deep dive.